Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're just joining me, we are going to talk about the Book of Boba season finale, episode 7. And joining me, I got my cousin Ocho with me in the building. I got Justin with me too. Justin hasn't really watched the series, so again, we're going to have to spoil it for him because he doesn't watch anything at all. He's not a watcher. He likes to read, but no. But yeah, so episode 7 was last night, the season finale, and all I gotta say, and by the way, guys, we're talking about spoilers here, so please unsubscribe and click off if you don't want spoilers. But I'm gonna say one thing, Josh.
Yeah, please unsubscribe. I'm trying to get my cousin to come to the dark side.
Josh, one thing. Boba on a Rancor, dude. A
Yeah.
Rancor, dude. That's all I gotta say. Justin, it's the most beautiful thing. Justin, Noah likes dinosaurs. He's gonna like seeing Boba Fett on a Rancor, dude. I mean, that to me, let's talk about the highlights of the episode, because the episode does have some faults, by the way.
Like what?
One, it's just super weird. Okay, so like we get Grogu's choice, right? He chose the armor, which means he chose Din.
Yeah, Luke's kind of an asshole, bro.
Yeah, I wish we would've got to see
He didn't
it.
even drop him off or nothing. He's just like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's kind of what it seemed like.
Take my fucking X-Wing and get the fuck out of here, bro.
And it seems like that more because we didn't get to see the actual decision play out on screen.
Yeah.
So we don't know what Luke said to him. So it does seem like Luke was just like, yeah, just go back now. He didn't even have the courtesy to take him.
Yeah.
He just let him go by himself. I mean, obviously R2 flew him, but it was like, damn, okay, Luke, are you good, bro? Like, you're not about to do my boy Grogu like that?
Yeah,
Future Mandalore, dude.
I don't know what the fuck Luke's on, bro.
So one of the highlights for me was when he comes back. Okay, one of the downsides I feel like was, yes, we got the reunion between Grogu and Din, but it felt really rushed.
Well, it had to be.
It was like in the middle of a battle, like, hey, buddy, and like, give me a hug. And like, I wish like it would have played out different. I wish that scene would have been like different. It doesn't have to be in another season or another episode, but like, bro, like we could have.
I liked it that way, though.
You liked it rushed? I mean, I felt like it was rushed.
It wasn't
I felt
even
like
really rushed. It was like, what do you expect? Like, there's a battle happening and he showed up. Like, I'd rather have that than, like, the little corny fucking scene where he's like, should I give him the fucking bag or should Ahsoka give him the fucking bag? And then you're sitting there wondering, like, who's going to give him the fucking bag? No, I liked it that way. And then Boba shows up riding a fucking Rancor and you forget all about it, dude.
And he puts that Rancor to sleep, Justin. Grogu puts that Rancor to sleep, dude. Which, that was one of my favorite scenes, by the way.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, please, Master Grogu, be merciful.
Please, Master Grogu, please don't hurt the Rancor, you know.
Like, literally, I've been waiting for when they... What episode was it where he's like, you can ride the Rancor? It was like 2?
I think it was like number 2, yeah.
Yeah, so I waited 6 fucking episodes to see him riding a Rancor, and then I was sitting there like, is he gonna fucking explode this Rancor? Like,
Well, he took a couple shots. Yeah, I was actually kind of scared because like that.
Yeah, that first one that he took, I was like, dude, it's dead. No. And then it kept taking more. I'm like, they're gonna kill this fucking thing.
Yeah, I was actually kind of scared for him. Like, please don't kill the Rancor dog.
Yeah, and then like when that didn't happen, and then he's like terrorizing the city, I'm like, they're gonna fucking kill him.
Well, okay.
And then thank God it didn't.
I actually thought Cad was gonna kill him because I thought that would have made everybody hate Cad Bane more. Like, oh damn, Cad just fucking killed this Rancor, and then
that's the one downfall I have. Is killing him off.
Not only did they kill him off, but it was really rushed. You kill him off the second episode he's in? I mean, I get it. Like, so his death, in my opinion, had to be by Boba Fett. Boba Fett has to be the one that kills him.
No, but we haven't even seen this character. I mean, we have in, like, cartoons.
But not in live action.
No.
He was fucking
pretty good. And he was
hard,
bro. He's hard as fuck.
Yeah, Justin, like, that might, I showed you the episode 6, but yeah, Cad Bane in this episode was hard as fuck, dude. He was talking that shit. It's like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, I feel like every good villain has, like, the best dialogue.
I mean, also,
like, that's what makes a good villain. Because, like, the greats, like Thanos, Bane.
They all have, like, good monologues.
They were talking, dude.
Yeah, and Boba Fett says, hey, I'm not a little boy anymore. Like, because obviously you mentioned the animated shows. Cad was, like, his mentor.
Yeah.
They ended up becoming, like, enemies at some point, so that was cool to see. At some point, I thought Fennec was going to turn on him. Remember when she went away on the speeder and you don't see her for like another 30 minutes? Emily pointed that out. She's like, where's Fennec at? I'm like, yeah, you're right, bro. Where the fuck is she at?
I didn't think that.
And then they show like a close up of like all the gangsters meeting up with the mayor at the end. I'm like, bro, is Fennec gonna be in there like betraying Boba dog? Like, please tell me that's not what's happening. And then obviously she ends up killing all the other heads of the family.
That's one thing I didn't like too. I think he should have done that. I was hoping he was gonna pull up on his Rancor and the Rancor was gonna like put its hand through the thing and just start eating the fuck out of them.
That would have been cool as fuck, dude.
Right after the guy said, "My people are being eaten and like shot by a Rancor," or people are being shot and eaten by a Rancor. And then a hand just comes through and grabs his fucking ass and swallows him. That would have been
cool.
dope, bro.
Well, because Cad mentions, he's like, oh, you got soft with age. With old age, you got soft.
Mm-hmm.
And then Boba goes, we all do. I think they put that in there, in my opinion, to explain Luke in episode 8. Why Luke was so soft in episode 8. They were trying to put in like a little planting a seed. Well, maybe Luke was just soft because he was old.
Yeah.
I think that's why they put that in there. But no, so Boba clearly doesn't want to be a gangster, bro. I don't know if you feel that way, but after watching this season, bro, he clearly doesn't want to be the head of that family, in my opinion.
I think he's turning it into something else.
Because he says at the end of the episode, he's like, oh, maybe we're not fit for this, right? He says we're not fit for this, so maybe this isn't for us.
Yeah, and then she says, well, who better or whatever. That's why I think he's like a hero type now, or I don't know.
And the end credit scene was kind of felt wasted too, because instead of having Cad Bane in the back to tank, they had fucking Cobb Vanth, dude.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
I thought when the scene first showed up, I was like, bro, that's gonna be Cad. What is he doing with Cad in there? And it was just Cobb. And then
the guy pulls out his thing to like, what are they called?
The cybernetic guy, right?
Yeah, he not mutates them, but I thought they were gonna do that to Cad Bane.
That would have been actually really cool, dude.
Like forced him to work for them.
I mean, he does have to die by Boba, but like maybe you introduce Cad earlier in the season, so like that death is actually earned. Not
right.
Oh damn, you die second episode in. Another thing I liked about the episode was there was a moment where the Pike Syndicate is closing in on Boba and Din, and they're talking about like, hey, we might die. Boba's like, hey, you can leave if you want, and then Din's like, no, I'm not leaving you. Like that's not a part. That's my creed.
This is the way.
This is the way. And then Boba's like, oh, you still buy into that bantha fodder? Which clearly shows there's different philosophies amongst different Mandalorians. And I like how Din was like, yeah, no, I'm going to stay with you. And if we die, we die. We'll die with honor. And I was like, bro, I fuck with Din. So Din is what Boba should be. I like Boba's character, don't get me wrong, and I like the direction he's going, but Din's actually really the real gangster in my opinion, bro. When he said, I'm either going to bring you in cold or I'm going to either bring you in warm. Mm-hmm. And he has what we wanted Boba Fett to be. Yes, he's good. Din is good. But he also has like that side of him, like, bro, if I die, I'm going to die with honor with you. Like, I don't know. I fuck with that, dude. And he brings out the Darksaber. He brought out the Darksaber multiple times. And it's like, those robots though, bro, they don't know how to fucking aim worth shit.
Yeah, no shit.
They were shooting into like crowds of people, dog. And like, they didn't hit nobody. That's like always been a Star Wars thing though. Like the people will shoot and nobody gets hit. Or Chrysanthemum Black, he gets like surrounded by a bunch of Trandoshians, and he's like, and then the next scene he's like walking towards everybody like nothing just happened.
Still having Trandoshians on his back.
Yeah, and he's like bleeding and limping, and like again, no one knows how to aim, no one knows how to fucking shoot the gun. And bro, so the person who directed this episode, you guys have seen like the Machete movies, right?
No.
Oh, you know what Machete is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Robert Rodriguez directed this episode. He directed a bunch of other episodes in this season too. They were my least favorite episodes. Not to say that he's not a good director, but maybe Star Wars just isn't your thing, bud. Like, for real, like, it's cool to say that. Like, I'm not shitting on him. I'm not disrespecting him. Like, he's made good movies, but, like, bro, like, what is something you didn't like about the episode? Besides the one you already said.
Nothing, bro.
I thought people were complaining a little too much, too.
Yeah, I don't read all that bullshit like you do.
I mean, yeah, you're
you
right.
also listen to Rotten Tomatoes reviews, and no one gives a shit about those. Or shit.
Yeah, you are the worst at that stuff. I know that's kind of what it's meant for, but you take that shit way too hard.
Be like, I'm not going to watch this movie because it got a fucking 1.2 on Rotten Tomatoes. Mm-hmm. And then we all go see it and it's fire. He's like, bro, that movie was fire.
Okay, and if that's true, can you guys remember which movie I said that about?
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Because you guys must have had it in mind when you said that.
I don't know. You probably have done that because that sounds like some you shit, but I just don't know what he's talking about.
You have done that multiple times.
You have been like, yeah, man, I'm not going to fucking watch that. They just got like a...
One thing I will agree with you guys on, I do buy into the hype a lot when it comes to online comics, because there was rumors about Han Solo being in this episode, which makes sense. Bosk, which makes sense. We were so Han, Bosk, Kira from Crimson Dawn. We were talking about that. We were talking about maybe Darth Maul clone or Thrawn or whatever. Thrawn might be hinted at, but nothing. So that's my fault for like listening to the online hype and hyping myself. Like the directors may not have even had that in mind, but I listened to people make those theories and like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And I like built something up in my head that was just not real. So you guys are right. When it comes to the Rotten Tomatoes thing, that is my fault, because I kind of buy into like, that's my fault. Just like with The Last Jedi. I bought into the hype of who's Rey and who's Snoke and who's this daughter, and like, and none of that even became a thing. So then I let myself down. But like this show, I liked it. The only episode I didn't like was episode 3.
Which one was that?
Was when you first see the bike gang with like the colorful bikes, and everybody said they look like the Spy Kid Power Rangers.
Yeah, you're right.
And that slow speeder chase. I didn't like that. Other than that, I've liked the season. A lot of people didn't like episode 5 and 6 because it was Din and Grogu and Luke centered.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
But you liked the episode, right?
I like the episode, yeah, but like the show's Boba Fett. Like, bro, if that's what you wanted to do, just come out with season 3 of Mandalorian already.
They did kind of low-key say, though, that this Book of Boba Fett would be low-key Mandalorian season 2.5, though. They already said that.
Yeah, I don't read shit like you do.
Another thing that I didn't like was it felt like Boba, like, I was more interested in the flashbacks with the Tusken Raiders than I was with current day Boba. Like, I felt like current day Boba just was like, I don't want to do this. Kat had a point, like, what's your angle? That's what all of us were saying. What's your angle here, bro? Like, you're not from Tatooine. You're from Kamino. Like, you're not even from here. So why do you care about the people of here? Why do you care about this place?
Well, he's not from Kamino, right? But Kamino's not even really a home, if you think about it. It's just like a breeding center for clones. So, like, he doesn't have a home, so maybe he was just trying to make a home there, and he's like, oh, yeah, I could just take over Jabba's thing, and it's just money.
Yeah, and you gotta admit, though, bro, he was way more badass in Mando Season 2 than he was in here.
Yeah.
I mean, he was wrecking shop with the Stormtroopers, bro. He was wrecking fucking shop, bro, breaking their fucking helmets like porcelain. Like, snapping people going in. You know what they should have done, too?
I wanted to see a ship fight, bro. The slave.
Yeah, which they don't even name it that anymore. Me and you talked about that. That's fucking so whack, bro.
What is it called now?
It's called, like, the fire spray.
What? Okay.
Yeah, they don't even, like, Disney or Lucasfilm wanted to get rid of the whole Slave 1 name because people might find that offensive. Like, bro, I'm still calling it Slave 1. I don't give a fuck, dude. Sorry. That's what it is. It's way better as a Slave 1.
You guys don't think it... No, that's a different topic. I'll just talk about it later.
No, go ahead.
You guys don't think it's racist that, like the word slave is just, like, equated to black people? Like,
yeah,
they're
it is
aliens.
pretty racist.
They're aliens. Aliens can't be slaves?
Anybody can be a slave.
Yeah, technically.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, that isn't that kind of racist?
To have it equated to black people?
Yeah, like, whenever you hear, oh, yeah, we don't... I don't know.
No, you do have a point. You're right. Like, why do we have to equate that word to black people?
Yeah, that's kind of...
I
think that's kind of racist.
Yeah. It is pretty racist.
Yeah, we could talk about that another time because I don't want to ruin the vibe of the fucking Star Wars video. But it's true. Like, one of the plot holes I feel like Josh is like, when everybody's surrounding them, why didn't he just go in his ship and fly over them like he did with the biker gang and just start wiping them out?
I wonder if the bomb, what are they called? The bomb.
One of my favorite noises in Star Wars. By the way.
Yeah. Mine's it. What is it called? The sonic charges or whatever?
Yeah.
Why couldn't he do that to the little spider thing?
He probably could have, yeah, but I don't know why they didn't think of that. Maybe it was the directing. One of my favorite parts is when him...
I don't know. Maybe I would have rode the Rancor too, dude.
I would have chose the Rancor over the fucking...
Yeah. Like, that's probably what took him so long, because he was gone for a minute. He was probably like, ship, Rancor, ship. The ship would be easier, but I look so fucking cool, dude.
Well, remember at the end when all the people are bowing to him? He's like, why is everybody bowing to me? Bro, if I saw you roll through this bitch in a Rancor,
yeah,
I'm bowing to you too, dude. I'm bowing to you. Yeah. Like, what do you mean, why is everybody bowing to me? Yeah, dude, we just saw you ride a Rancor, dude.
Oh, that's what I thought was cool. The Melu runs. The fruit.
Oh, yeah, where she has her drink out of?
Yeah, because there was a whole episode on them in Rebels. And I was like, she was like, oh, you do want a Melu run? And I was like, dude, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, like, see, it's connecting things. I liked how him and Mando were like back to back with the jetpacks, like taking on everybody. Like it was
That
like
was a
an
cool
army of
scene.
two.
That was a cool scene.
Him and Mando really work well together. I think those two, like their chemistry is really good. I don't know if it's like the acting or like just the fact that they're Mandalorians, but like they work really well together.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe Boba has Cobb take over like while he's gone, and then Boba goes off and does missions with Mando to try to get Mandalore back. That could be an option they do. Okay, you don't have that Boba stay on Tatooine forever. Like maybe Boba goes off and tries to take back Mandalore. So I thought it was a solid episode, solid way to end off the season. I'm actually excited for the Kenobi show that's coming out, so we could talk about that when it comes out.
Could
But
we
yeah.
please get a Darth Maul?
So
A cameo, a fucking
what do you think?
show?
What do you think of the chances, Josh, that they recreate the fight scene from Rebels between Maul and Kenobi?
Dude, if they don't, I'm done. I'm done like I am with the Seahawks.
You think that they'll recreate it and have the fight last longer than Rebels, or do you think they'll literally recreate it to be the same length?
I don't think it'll be longer, but it's wishful thinking.
Yeah, I cannot wait. By the way, I cannot wait for Kenobi to come out because, dude, I've been hearing so much cool stuff and like stuff that even Ian McGregor has actually confirmed.
Yeah, but just be careful about what you just said like 5 minutes ago.
I agree, but Ian McGregor said it himself that
What did he say?
there's gonna be flashbacks of him and Anakin in the Clone Wars. So we're gonna see Hayden Christensen
already
and him do
kinda-
flashbacks in the Clone Wars.
They already kind of hinted at that with Grogu in that one episode with Luke.
Yeah, which they didn't tell us who saved him from the temple, so we're still gonna figure out who did that. Which, by the way, I'm just
They're
gonna say
saving
this:
that for Mandalorian season 3.
I think it was fucking Mace Windu who saved him from the temple, and that's how they're gonna tie in season 2 of Boba because the actor who plays Boba literally said that's what he wants for season 2 is for Boba to hunt down Mace Windu and get his revenge on him. So Mando season 3, you find out it's Mace. Boba season 2, he's the guy that Boba ends up.
Then what happens when they meet? Does he kill him or do they keep him around?
See, that's a good
no,
question.
Mace Windu has to be dead, right? He's not in any of the sequels.
No,
stuff,
but
so.
they talked about him being alive. Same with Darth Maul. Everybody thought Darth Maul was dead, but they came out and said Darth Maul was
Think about it,
alive.
Asen.
And then he showed up in the shows.
Remember in episode 9 when Ben gets thrown down that hole by the Emperor? He lived. And let me tell you, there's a comic book series where Snoke is training Kylo on Dagobah, throws him down this hole, and says, yeah, either you're going to die or you're going to use the Force to stop yourself. Who's to say Mace didn't do that? And then Darth Maul survived his fall and just...
No, I'm not talking about
so
dying
on.
right there. I'm saying he has to die at some point in between 3 and 4. Cause
That's the hardest thing I think they'd have to do is to explain what was Mace doing between 3 and 6. Like, you didn't want to get involved with the fight in the
Yeah,
Empire?
so
were you hiding, or what were you
he kinda
doing?
has to die.
Yeah.
He's another character, though, that if he's not dead, he does have to die by Boba.
Wait, how is he? Because the people that survived falls were Sith, so anger kept them alive. So how do you keep a Jedi alive? Unless he fully went bad because he's both light and dark. Mace Windu.
Well, with the vape head.
Yeah, so maybe he just succumbed to the dark side finally after he fell, and that's how he survived, and he's like evil now.
Well, I feel like if Mace wasn't such a fucking asshole to Anakin, like, he would have killed the Emperor.
Yeah.
You know, you're constantly down-talking him. You're saying this and this about Anakin. You're basically, like, fucking shit on him 24/7. And then when it's time to kill the Emperor, I think Anakin would have let you kill him if you weren't fucking rude to him all the time, dude. Mace kind of was the reason, bro.
Or if he didn't talk them out of making him a master.
Yeah, if you would have showed this guy respect, maybe fucking he lets you kill the Emperor.
Yeah.
Mace was kind of rude as fuck, dude. Which, by the way, I had another theory before we end off the episode. Grogu and Anakin are the same age. So maybe Grogu's actually the chosen one and they just misread the prophecy, bro. That could make sense as to why so many Skywalkers in their lineage have failed. And why it's led up to the moment of episode 9. Like, maybe Grogu is actually the real chosen one and Anakin was, like, falsely preordained as the chosen one.
The only way we'd know if we got a midichlorian count on Grogu.
And see if it was higher than Anakin. Well, because
Or the same.
Think about it. Justin's comment earlier makes sense. Think about it. In the original trilogy and anything we've ever heard, we've never heard of Grogu. So either they were like hiding him in the Jedi Temple, or maybe I think they were. Maybe they were hiding him from other Jedi. What if like Anakin and them didn't even know about Grogu? That's how fucking powerful he was. And Yoda and them were just like, hey, we can't like show this kid to everybody yet. But thank you guys for watching. When Kenobi comes out, I will be talking about each episode. excited about that. And thank you, Josh, for coming on. Justin, for being the Force ghost like you always are. Until next time, guys. Peace.